U Sports on CBC, presented by Le Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, Fox 40, Veraburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, and by Miller Waste Systems.
Welcome to the 2026 Miller Waste Systems U Sports Women's Hockey Championship on CBC. I am Daniela Bottigelli alongside former pro and national player, now a head coach at College Bourget, Hannah Bunton. We are thrilled to bring you this first semifinal from Elmira, Ontario. As the players get warmed up, you see the number 2 seed Concordia University Stingers taking on the number 3 seed University of Guelph Gryphons, two teams that have won their conferences to get to this moment. Here's the head-to-head of their impressive season so far. For Guelph, they were second in the OUA West, and they were able to defeat Waterloo in the quarterfinal to bring them here as Concordia. They defeated Manitoba 3-1, the greatest margin of victory in the quarters back on Thursday. As for how things will shape up from here, both teams know they'll be playing for a medal, but which color? They would hope for gold. It'll be Montreal and UNB next to face the victor and the defeated in either the bronze or gold medal games, taking shape tomorrow. Bronze, 11 a.m. Eastern, and then that gold medal game, 3 p.m. Eastern. For Guelph, they will certainly be looking to their stars as they got going with the likes of their captain, Catherine Hurd, who has been sensational for them as well, Hannah.
Yeah, that goes without saying. I think you need your captain in a championship like this to step up, and you see that she does that exactly here. She scores the game-winning goal in the quarterfinal matchup with just a beautiful shot that goes up over Waterloo goalie's top shelf. She has a long resume. She's OUA West MVP, Macau Cup MVP, first team All-Star, and like I said, got the game-winning goal. And then we need to speak about Martina Fidel. She's coming off a shutout. To be honest, I'm not sure if it was her best game. I think she might need to clean up a few of these rebounds that are coming out against such a strong team like Concordia Stingers, but she gets the job done. She knows what it takes to play in big games. She's coming off playing for Italy at the Olympics. And on the other side, we have these two dynamic duo of Emily Lucier and Jessie Modrapu. And they're so good. They just connect on every single play. You have Lucier, who's got the 2 primary assists on Jessie Mode's goals, and she's a player that knows how to put the puck in the back of the net. She does it consistently for the Concordia Stingers, and she brings that leadership in her 5th year with Concordia. She comes off of a season with 40 points in 24 games, and these two are going to be the dynamic duo to stop in this semifinal game.
Drapeau looking for her 3rd championship title if she can get it. Up next, Concordia and Guelph inside Woolwich Memorial Centre.
That's embarrassing. You know it's not embarrassing? Using FIG for a home improvement loan. A quick, simple, and transparent offer in minutes. Borrow better with FIG.
At Miller Waste, we're proud to sponsor the 2026 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. There is lots of trash talk on the ice. At Miller Waste, we talk trash every day. We serve over 2 million Ontario households weekly, transforming more than 175,000 metric tons of recyclables and organic waste into reusable resources. Proudly Canadian, family owned, always driving hard to the net. Let's make a difference. Game on.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe, no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
A busy day in Elmira, Ontario. Third game of the day, but the first semifinal of the medal round. There were two consolation semifinals prior to this, so Guelph and Concordia looking to make their way on into a gold medal game if they can get a win. Martina Fidel getting her second straight start, the 23-year-old from Trento, Italy, had a 26-save shutout against Waterloo on Thursday. And then Jordan Verbeek, the fifth year from Concordia, standing tall, coming through in a big 3-1 victory for her team. Someone as well with plenty of experience on this stage compared to her Guelph counterpart.
And that's going to make a huge difference today, is that experience in such a high stakes game.
Fantastic season for both these teams, but comes down to this. They know they'll have one more game to play at the U Sports Championship. They would like to play for the title. For Concordia, they have been so impressive, especially under the leadership of their head coach, Julie Chu, since 2016. They have been able to not only take the title twice, they've also won bronze, and they did make it to the semifinal last year. Semifinal, they lost 5-1 to Waterloo. They're looking to make good there. They have plenty of players who remember that experience. Not only graduates, but third years in the program. So much veteran experience in this Concordia program overall. As the team gets to work, Camille Richard with a touch. Lucier getting on the puck, or trying to. Instead, Guelph sends it the other way. Caitlin Dance trying to get around on the outside. Back and forth they go. Now Concordia.
You can see the teams here, they're trying to get into the game, getting that puck 200 feet away from their net into their other opponent's zone.
From the point, Jobin. She goes, gives chase. So Concordia in the predominantly white jerseys. And for the Guelph Gryphons, Kate Mora coming in and doing some fantastic work with this program as well, Hannah. A program that hasn't been to the national stage since they last won it all 2018, 2019.
What I love to see of some of these coaching staff is they're alumni of these programs, and you love to see that because they bleed the program, and that's what you need in a leader like a coach.
From distance, we see a save by Fidel. Shots beginning early here. Concordia, the number 2 seed. Both these teams have come away as their respective conference leaders, and for Guelph it was a big win, finishing second in the regular season. Quick play there by Michelle Gao. Now Perron looking up, fourth year, sends it around the boards. The Gryphons bring it over the line. This is at a premium, a nice play defensively for the Stingers. Annie Robinson.
I would say a little bit sloppy here on both teams. They're trying to get into the game. There's obviously some nerves going. You see here, they just put the puck offside, but just got to settle things in, get it deep, go establish your forecheck in a game like this.
And for both these teams, you mentioned the nerves, Hannah. They both played Thursday. They've had a day's rest, so they should feel as though, okay, we are ready to take this on, but a lot of pressure. You want to be able to play for that gold, come away with some hardware.
For sure, everyone wants the same thing in this game.
And for Guelph, they have only ever won a title. They have never medaled in any other way in their 4 prior appearances at the U Sports Championship. Gryphons with a team as well that seems to be built for this kind of stage. They've also never won against Concordia. This will be their 4th meeting at this tournament, but a lot of time has passed since those meetings, including the very first all the way back in 1998. It was a shutout win for the Stingers. Just over 3 minutes into the first period, still scoreless. Great crowd inside Woolwich Memorial Center. As to be expected, of course, Guelph, an Ontario team, but the Stingers fans also travel well. A play by Burpaul. And another, that off the backhand this time. Amélie Lavoie without a stick, doing what she can on her skates. Sent back in the zone, this time giving chase is Courtney Rice. Olivia Knuff getting on her horse.
I definitely like to see the girls work on possessing the puck here a little bit more. It's a lot of back and forth. They're trying to get the puck deep, which obviously is going to establish some pressure, but just a little bit more puck possession. Look to regroup in that neutral zone so that you can create offense and get a good zone entry here.
We've had 1 whistle since the game started, so it is a matter of creating some chances here. And one thing of note to remind viewers is these teams don't face each other in the regular season. They're not that familiar, so what they're working with is some video and a big shot from distance. That one goes up. It was Alexis Olivier with that last shot.
We talk about zone entries and puck possession, and this is exactly what Lavoie does on that zone entry. She's able to get it wide. F2 drives the net, and they get a good scoring chance there, and that's what they're going to need to do to put the puck in the back of the net.
Shots 2-1 for the Stingers. Face off in the Concordia zone. Olivier taking this draw for Guelph. As Maddie Min sends it around the boards, looking for that support from Dance. Now Knuff, net front, held out by the Stingers defense. They huddle around Verbeek. That shot goes wide, along the near side this time, brought into the corner. Annie Robinson staying on her player. Once more, buzzing around the Stingers' net. Alexis Bettier able to bring it into the zone. Kept on the boards by Reese Coffey. Out comes Coffey this time. Looking for room down low. Teskey trying to join in the fun. A nice play by Deja Houston. Concordia brings it out. Sent right back from the red line. And in on the hunt is Miriam Parnell. The Gryphons in their red sweaters. Six minutes into the first period. Lavoie.
One thing I love about Jordan Verbeek is her ability to use her stick in this play. Guelph does a good job behind the net and creating a little bit of separation and getting the puck out, but Verbeek just does a great job sealing the post and sealing that stick so that there's not a great scoring chance.
22 years old already, a 2-time U Sports champion, won silver as well with the team. A large part of this Stingers roster, they're familiar with playing at this high level. You have to think they're going to want to avenge that semifinal loss. Whereas for Guelph, these players all coming in fresh and ready to go. Lucier brings it in with the shot off Fidel's shoulder. Lucier almost picking up the rebound again.
And we talked about those rebounds from Fidel, and that's what's Concordia is going to need to jump on those opportunities. Get those shots on net, find those rebounds, put in those dirty goals.
Avery Robinson. So Robinson on both teams. She was getting to work for the Gryphons. Now we see Verpomp. Sends it deep. And around. Concordia with 3 goals in their quarterfinal. The only team not to win by just a goal or a shootout. And 2 of those goals scored by Jessie Maud Drapeau. An absolute star for this team. Most outstanding player in U Sports as well this season. It's Maddie Min sending it out over to Caitlin Dance once more. Dance in her 3rd year with the shot. That's Coffey. Gets turned aside. Back to work Parnell this time. Brings it around. Options back to Min. In the high zone and a tip-in chance for Robinson. One of the best looks so far for Guelph.
Yeah, you can see Guelph is just sustaining some pressure, and I love this because you see at the beginning of the game, they look a little bit nervous. They're not controlling the puck. Once they're able to maintain that possession and create some offensive opportunities, Verbeek had to make a great save there. It was almost a goal against.
Now driving towards the net. The Concordia Stingers trying to send it back the other way, looking for an option in the low slot this time. And Fidel has Guelph covered. In the mix there, Naomi Goudreau.
I just love the net front presence here. Anytime you're getting shots from the point, we talk about it. Be in front of the net, take away these goalies' eyes. These goalies are so great at what they do. You need to take away their vision in order to put the puck in the back of the net.
And both teams certainly trying to get them on the move right now. Heading down is the Gryphons. Maeve Sutherland Case, watch out for her. She has been their best player through the playoffs. Sutherland Case as well with an assist on Herd's opening goal, which was the eventual game winner in that 2-0 win. The lone shutout of the quarters. Taking this offensive draw was Jaden Calder. A win for the Gryphons. The Sutherland Case looking for room. She drops back, now in front. A scramble. Loose puck helped out that time by Lavoie. At the point, nice move by Ariel McDonald, and another to hold the zone. Guelph gets a change in. And reinforcements to keep the puck below the goal line. Concordia, though, trying to repossess the puck, held up at the boards. In comes Robinson, plays it to the side of the net. Takes it all the way around, dropped off this time for Tegan McRae. Parnell sends it back, and so despite all this time in the zone, looking for possession or playing it off a skate of an opponent works as well. Lucier on her own, showing off her skill. Unable to get the shot off as Brielle Caruso, an alternate captain for Guelph, coming in strong. Taking away the options, blocking lanes as well. The Gryphons keeping the Stingers to the outside.
I love the back pressure on that play as well. All 3 players coming back. They see that Lucier is alone. They don't let her go to the net by herself. All 3 go to her and take away her time and space.
Stingers still on the attack. Patience as they get to work. Richard was at the point to send it down. Another chance right in front. Puck out. Guelph able to clog the slot. Stay responsible with the puck right now. Juliette Leroux is working down low, goes off for a change. Chance for Courtney Rice. She draws some Gryphons her way. Nice move by Goudreau to send it in for a shot chance in the slot.
You can see how tired those Guelph players were. They got stuck out there while Concordia had possession of the puck. It was a smart play to dump it down and get a change.
Yeah, whistles at a premium. There's one though, as we step aside for the first time in this semifinal. Still scoreless between Guelph and Concordia.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks, just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
When the world feels off course, Waterloo is on it. We step up to the challenge and take the lead. We add AI to the operating room to detect cancer in seconds. We invent a test that catches concussions faster. And we design AI that supports us rather than steers us. Whether it's today's challenges or tomorrow's, Waterloo is on it.
We've been talking about them all game. Concordia's Jessie Drapeau and Emily Lucier may have been the most dangerous duo in Canadian University hockey this season. The line mates led the country in scoring 1 and 2, with Drapeau racking up 39 points and Lucier right behind her with 38. And of course, they've done it again here at Nationals on Thursday in the quarterfinal match. To get to this game, they combined for 2 goals over the Manitoba Bisons. Back to you up in the booth.
So much, Carissa. Carissa providing great reporting throughout the entire tournament, getting some of the best stories. Goaltenders who don't ever clean their socks, that'll come up later, but right now still scoreless in this first semifinal of the day on the medal side of the bracket. Playing for a chance to play for gold tomorrow. Icing the call.
I think this might be the 3rd icing that Guelph has had in this game, and that's just something you got to be a little bit careful with. Get to the red line, get over the red line, then get the puck deep. It's a game of inches here, and I think that they could have just taken an extra step on this one.
Shots still quite even in this game, 5-4 led by Guelph. Guelph also outshot their quarterfinal opponent, but the Stingers, they try to make a move here. They send it back to the point. Lavoie, Lucier through traffic, and it's just wide. A nice play looking to set up a chance net front, and that has been, in my mind, Hannah Bunton, one of the biggest strengths of the Stingers is that understanding of getting in front of the net.
100% getting in front of the net, and then also you see Emily Lucier, she's a forward, and she's the one that's up top there. They're pulling up that player up high, which makes it very challenging for the defense to defend. Who's going out there? Is it the winger? Is it the center? Who's going out to block that shot? She takes a nice shot from the point. If it's on net, who knows if that might have been a goal.
And for the Stingers, they had a big first period in that first game on Thursday where they outshot Manitoba 13-8, but then they were outshot the next 2 periods as they get a chance in front of Fidel off the backhand. Denied that time. Getting dangerously close here though, especially in quick succession against the Gryphons. Guelph now looking to return the favor. Sent down by Knuff. Knuff, a 3rd-year biomedical science student. As Perron brings it in, takes it wide, throws it back, looking for support. Gets the help from Goudreau. Goudreau's held at the boards. Gryphons with a nice play cross ice. Still in their own end. they come. And a nifty centering feed gets kept out. Both teams able to control the slot. McDonald with a turnover. Back, Robinson, oh my, what a chance. It's just wide on the far side. Verbeek tracking the puck well so far. Off the boards, it appears the Gryphons coming in waves now. Soft play off the pad of Fidel as the Stingers go for a change. Hop back into the neutral zone. Calder went down there. Still no penalties in this game, and that'll be something both teams will want to watch. Gryphons were perfect on the PK, but the Stingers did allow a power play goal against. Battle for it, out comes the Gryphons, and it's just high that time from Teske.
Second scoring chance there for the Gryphons right in the slot, and we talk about taking care of the puck over and over again, and I think that Concordia is just spending a little bit too much time before they're making that first pass out of their zone, and then Guelph is causing some turnovers and getting some good scoring chances out of it.
And using the walls just to sneak that puck deep. A stretch pass does force the cover, and that will bring the Stingers back into Guelph territory.
And you just see the importance of making smart plays, making good tape-to-tape plays, and Guelph gets such a nice scoring chance, a little dipsy-doodle around the defense, just because of those blue lines. The blue lines are so important. Get the puck in at the blue line, get the puck out of the blue line.
And face-off wins as well, as Lucier put that just high, went over the net. Another chance, this time from the high slot. A good block, and another. Guelph taking up the lanes and taking up space as they head the other way. Knuff with the shot, it goes up. Still in the offensive zone, two players go down below the goal line.
And the importance of blocking shots. We block a shot in our own end there with Guelph, and then they go on a 2-on-1 the other way. And that's exactly what a championship mentality is. You want to win championships, you've got to put your body on the line to do that for your team. A great chance by Guelph, and just an amazing save by Verbeek. She's able to get her shoulder up and direct that play over the net.
We'll reset after that face-off, and both teams were actually under 50% as a team when it came to their face-offs in the quarterfinals. That will be big, of course, is how close these games have been. You won control of the puck. It was 41% for Guelph. As Concordia back down, we're in the final 5 minutes of the opening frame, still awaiting the first goal of a semi-final matchup. Kick saved by Fidel. An Olympian, represented her home nation of Italy and made history with them. As Perrant drives, looking to drop the shoulder into the neutral zone. Nice move by Calder. Get the puck in there. And a giveaway. Good for the Stingers, as they were looking for Furlong. Play off the board by Hurd, the captain, who got them on the board first. Calder with a shot. Verbeek makes the stop. They score! Guelph with the first goal of the semifinals, and it's Maeve Sutherland Case.
What a play by Maeve Sutherland Case. She's able to get the puck to go drive the net. We see zone entry here, a nice little play. I think that Concordia could have back pressured a little bit harder on that puck area, but Maeve Sutherland does such a great job of putting in a rebound. And we talk about it, it's gonna be the dirty goal that gets you on the board, and that's a nice drive to the net from our F2, scoring a rebound.
Sutherland Case with her first goal at the U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, but second point Get an assist on Hurd's opening goal. And now this time she got to put away the first. Helped out by Jaden Calder. Calder as well, up now to 2 points in the tournament. Her second assist. And so it's the number 3 seed, the lower seed leading. And through the quarterfinals, the only lower seed to win. It was a big upset. Number 8, Montreal Canadien over the number 1 seed, UBC Thunderbirds. They look to extend a nice play in front as Katie McKenna just ducked under her defender. Looking once more. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the first period. McDonald. Put it around the boards. Work it off the wall this time. Parnell. At the rim now, Ariel McDonald. Once more held to the outside. The Stingers taking away the middle and taking away the puck as well. Out they come. Jobin with the feed. Now Lucier on the hunt. Gains the zone, stops short, drops it off. Right now, Guelph playing with speed, Concordia. To back in Avery Robinson on the chase. Drapeau, looking for her third goal of the tournament after a big 2-goal game.
You can definitely see the momentum shift in this game after a big goal like that.
Getting around the net of Verbeek. Bettier puts it ahead. Perron trying to grab a hold and keep it in play for the Stingers. Plenty of turnovers. It's how the period started. Some good possession time for the Gryphons. Just as Hannah Bunton mentioned, needed to scrum around the net, create that chaos to take away the eyes. Sutherland Case, using her size, stands 6 feet tall. We are now in the final minute of play. Fidel will leave that for one of her own. McCray. Cross ice. Gonna use the far side, 30 seconds to go. Another play to McCray. Kept to the outside. McKenna with the empty netter in that 2-0 win in the quarters. Concordia, can they get a shot off before the buzzer? Drop shoulder comes in as Pelowich, the 5th year, and so it'll be Guelph heading into the locker room with a 1-0 lead through the first period. The goal by Sutherland Case, assisted by Jaden Calder. And Hannah Bunton, one thing about Sutherland Case is she was coming up, played with the Burlington Barracudas, was coached by 3-time Olympic champion Becky Keller, who said when we were coaching her, we wanted her to be able to use her size, get net front, drive. We're seeing that, and it's paying off in spades now for the Gryphons.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need these players to do if they want to put the puck in the back of the net. And a game like this, you're getting a feel for the puck. The puck's a little bit bouncy. It's a lot of back and forth hockey. You've never seen these two teams before. And as soon as we puck possess and we're able to get a good zone entry, you see that it pays off for Sutherland Case. She drives the net. She's able to put one in on Verbeek.
Of course, the Stingers will want to respond, and so our Carissa Donkin is standing by with Jessimo Drapeau.
They go into the second period, trailing a goal. What does your team need to do to get back in this?
I think we just have to get calm, do what we did best all year, and it's not new for us. We were down many games this year, and just gotta put puck deeps and get in front of that goalie.
You know, we've talked throughout this game about your connection with Emily Lucier. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's amazing. She's an incredible player. She's so fast. She sees the play. And it's been incredible this year to play with her. So I have no doubt we're going to get that connection going in the next two periods.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And that is what Guelph has to look forward to, is now an even more motivated Concordia Stingers team. And you heard it, Hannah, they are used to this. They've also got fans in the crowd, a great crowd inside Woolwich Memorial Arena. But how much does that factor in, having that experience of being down and knowing you've got this? It's only one goal.
Oh, 100%. Hockey's a mindset, right? So, and you see they have confidence in themselves. And I was able to speak to one of the assistant coaches with Concordia today, and they say something that's so special about this team is the connection that they have. They're able to go from top to bottom, and they all believe in each other. So I'm not worried that they're gonna, struggle on the ice. I think getting into the game, controlling the puck, possessing the puck is something that they're definitely going to talk about going into this second period, but they know what to do.
And so it is the Guelph Gryphons with the first lead, 1-0 in the first period in the semifinal of the 2026 Miller Waste U Sports Women's Hockey Championship.
Delaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent. Des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur ici-tout.tv.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Across Canada, it starts the same way. A love for the game that unites us all. From hometown rinks to the world stage, we rise together. Every stride, every save, every dream, shared by every girl who's ever picked up a stick.
It's her shot, rebound in front, she scores!
Because when one rises, we all rise. Rise as one.
At AMI Attachments, we say, it's not a job, it's a performance. That means the details matter to us. It means when we do the little things right, they add up. It's why product development never stops. This is our headquarters. It's home base for everything engineering and product design to automation, fabrication, assembly, and shipping.
Hey you sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC and our coverage of the 2026 Miller Waste Systems U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. It is 1-0 for the Guelph Gryphons over the Concordia Stinger through the first 20 minutes. This is the third semifinal of the day, but the first in the medal round. So one of these two teams will head on to play the gold medal game. It's now time to learn a little bit more about Miriam Parnell, a true Guelph Gryphon hometown, of course, playing there and 22 points in her 57 career games, majoring in neuroscience. So let's hear more from her as this is 2 minutes with Miriam Parnell.
Hi, I'm Miriam Parnell. I'm number 9 on the Guelph Gryphons, and I'm a center. My dad always set up an outdoor rink in our backyard, and so I grew up kind of learning to skate with my brother and his friends. And then I played for the junior Gryphons growing up until I moved to Cambridge for junior. And then can you talk about how the game works? Like, there's so many complexities to it, and it's just so much fun. I think just like the camaraderie that you have, like when you're playing just like shinny or pickup, like I said, like on the outdoor rink, it's just so much fun, and I just love it. It was always in the back of my mind. I mean, I did the summer camps as a kid, and my head coach, Katie Moore, was actually my camp counselor. And like, she inspired me so much, and I've always kind of had it in the back of my mind. And then in junior, it was really like, I was set on Guelph, and I did everything I could, like worked hard so that I could get here. So yeah, it's always been my top choice. So many things. I think that like, I've leveled up my game so much being here, and just like really the belief that the coaches have in this team, and like that we can accomplish anything we set our mind to, and like what the work that it takes to get there, like to compete. And I see everything that the coaches put into our team, and it's really inspiring. Yeah, I think like it's a long season, and there's like a lot of things that you have to fight through. So just like coming here and trying to play my best hockey, and just like, this is the end of our season no matter what. So just leaving everything on the ice. I think I'm hardworking, and positive, and that's like kind of the energy that our team has and fosters overall. We just really have a good bench, and we have good energy, and I think that I help bring that to the team. There was just so many people who loved hockey in that arena, and it was just like a surreal feeling. Like, never in my wildest dreams, like it was just amazing. And I obviously I believed in our team so much, but was still like stunned that like my friends and family and like the people around me on the bench and on the ice, it was just an incredible feeling. Playing some great hockey with friends, like we've gotten so close this year, and all of our teammates are amazing. Everybody on the bench is awesome, and I'm just excited to play some really good hockey with them.
It's Guelph's own Miriam Parnell, who's taking a break here, as we will also step aside. First intermission, the Gryphons lead 1-0 in this first semi-final of the U Sports Women's Championship.
Partout au Canada, c'est une histoire qui se répète, née d'un amour pour un sport qui nous rassemble. Des patinoires du coin à la scène mondiale, nous avançons ensemble. Avec chaque foulée, chaque arrêt et chaque rêve qui habite toute fille qui choisit le hockey. Parce que tous ces coups de patin nous propulsent. 1, 2, 3, Canada! Ensemble, vers l'avant.
Le sport en direct sur ICTout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est ICTout.tv.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks. Just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
This isn't about just showing up. It's about what you're willing to give. It's about being a part of something bigger than yourself. The work that matters, it happens long before anyone's watching. But it's never done alone. And when it gets hard, this team's behind you. Because the biggest victories, they're the ones that we earn together.
That's embarrassing. You know it's not embarrassing? Using FIG for a home improvement loan. A quick, simple, and transparent offer in minutes. Borrow better with FIG.
At Miller Waste, we're proud to sponsor the 2026 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. There is lots of trash talk on the ice. At Miller Waste, we talk trash every day. We serve over 2 million Ontario households weekly, transforming more than 175,000 metric tons of recyclables and organic waste into reusable resources. Proudly Canadian, family-owned, always driving hard to the net. Let's make a difference. Game on.
U Sports on CBC, presented by l'U Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supply, Les Bagues Baron Rings, BioSteel, and by Miller Waste Systems.
A 1-0 lead for the University of Guelph Gryphons over Concordia through the first 20 minutes as we get set for the second period. That one goal scored just over 16 minutes into the frame by Maeve Sutherland Case, their leader during the playoff run.
And we talk about zone entries and puck possession. It's not the perfect zone entry. I'd like to see F2 drive a little bit harder than net. But one thing that Maeve Sutherland does well, and the reason that she scores this goal, is she stops right at the net. Instead of flying by, she stops at the net. She's able to find that rebound. And she's definitely a goal scorer for this team, and that's exactly what they needed in this first period.
Yeah, she had 13 goals in the regular season, 2 during playoffs for 5 points in 6 playoff games. She's already got 2 shots on goal as well, and she had 3 in the quarterfinals. For the Stingers, though, Emily Lavoie with 3 shots in that first period, and they only trailed by 1 shot. But how about this, Hannah Bunton? Block shots for Guelph, 7-5. That has been key. And the face-off as well. They're controlling their just under 65% efficiency.
Yeah, we talked about it. You want to block shots and you want to stand up for your team in that way. Put your body on the line, especially in a semifinal game. You're trying to make this gold medal game. Get in front of that puck.
And we will hear more now from Elmira, Ontario. Here is Carissa Donkin.
Well, Katie, what did you like about your team's period, and what would you like to see them do differently?
I think we need to continue to move our feet and have a really good stick and continue to disrupt as many pucks as we can.
I have to ask you about Martina Fidel as well. It seems like she's been on fire since coming back from the Olympics. 4 periods now here at Nationals, and she hasn't allowed a goal. What have you thought of her play?
I think Martina is just doing what she does, and she's got a really good team in front of her, and she'll be the first person to tell you that. And yeah, she's been a big part, and all 3 goalies have been a really big part for us this year.
Best of luck in the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carissa, who is with the Gryphons head coach Kate Mora, and she mentioned it. Martina Fidel, so played 8 games this season, started 7, her record 7-0-0, 3 shutouts, her goals against average 1.03. So another question for you, Hannah, is what happens when you do face adversity? Because a team like the Stingers, I'm not saying they can't be kept off the score sheet, but it's going to take quite an effort and a full 60 minutes from the Gryphons.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Jessie Moe talked about it in her interview. She says, we've been here before, we've been down before. That's exactly what this Concordia team, they know what to do. They know how to put the puck in the back of the net. Obviously, they're coming up against a good goaltender. Take away her eyes. If she can't see it, she can't make the stop. You see Julie Chu's got a smile on her face. She's not worried. This team's not worried. They know what to do in these big moments.
Well, when you just look at Chu herself, her resume is so impressive. I can't even begin to really lay it all out, but 4-time Olympian, of course, 3-time silver medalist, 1-time bronze. And this year's RSEQ Coach of the Year. She's also won U Sports Coach of the Year multiple times. And it's her presence and her calmness. I mean, look at that. She's light, she's loose, she knows what's at stake, as do all of these players, but they're still 40 minutes ahead.
For sure. She was the captain her senior year at Harvard as well. She's a Patty Kazmaier Award winner for the best player in the NCAA. She's been in these huge moments. She knows how to get a team behind her, and you can see it. She's got a smile on her face. I love to see that. She's having fun. That makes it light for the girls. They'll go out there and do their job.
Now, Concordia has bested Guelph in all previous meetings at the U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, including the very first Women's Championship in 1998, 3-0 win. They met again in 2000, a 3-1 win. In fact, Concordia has scored 3 goals in all 3 previous meetings, their last one being in 2016-2017. That would have been Julie Chu's first season, actually, at the helm as well.
Just such a decorated program, a decorated coach leading a decorated program.
And that year, Concordia, they beat Guelph 4-3 in a shootout. Went the distance, went far as well, but then they didn't win after that, so they went away with no medals. Gryphons come through. Of course, the winner of this game knows that they will take home hardware, that either gold or silver. Gold medal game, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Welcome you inside the Woolwich Memorial Center. I'm Daniela Ponticelli alongside Hannah Bunton with you for this game. Shots 9-8 through the first period. It was 8-7 for Guelph. Neutral zone draw just outside the Concordia blue line. Getting to work is Knuff in the red sweater, pulls away with it. A hard rim, Verbeek plays.
Such a smart play for her to come out and play that puck, and then she's the leader of that breakout pass.
Caitlin Dance was there on the forecheck, but the Stingers in their own zone looking for some space. Up to the near side, Pelowich had it. Down deep and trying to find someone in the middle to help, but a change in play for the Stingers. You can hear the cowbells inside the building. Great show of support. The Gryphons, it's not that far away from Elmira compared to those Concordia fans.
Gryphons are doing a pretty good job of keeping Concordia to the outside, and that's going to be a tough place to score goals from, so they're going to need to find a way to penetrate in the house of the Gryphons.
Lee's Coffey back to it. She put it to the far corner initially to keep it in the zone. Guelph was effective at bringing in some layers of offense in that first period. Looking to get back to it again. It's Gow staying in the mix, but went off. Nice play by Rice for Concordia. Thibault. Check that, Goudreau was behind the net. She goes down. No penalties in the first period, so we'll see our first power play of the game.
Miriam Pamel there taking a tripping call against number 12 for Concordia, Rachel McIntyre. And, you know, that's just a play that you want to get your stick on that play, but you've got to be a little bit careful because obviously she's got to step on you, trying to get to the net. You're trying to do the right thing, but you've got to call that one.
So first power play will go to the Concordia Stingers. We're 0 for 3 in their quarterfinal against Manitoba. We've also seen shorthanded goals in this tournament. Both of yesterday's quarterfinals featured a shorthanded marker. Which special teams will come through? Nearly off the skate of Perron. She stays with it, the Gryphons. Nice chip play to the neutral zone. Caron fires it over for Richard.
One thing I do find interesting is they don't have Jessie Drapeau and Emily Lucier playing on the same unit here.
Lucier at the point, drops it off for Caron. Oh, through traffic. It was a wonderful play for the Stingers, but still kept to the outside. Lucier back at the point and in control. 50 seconds to go on this power play. It's the first player advantage of the game. And for the Gryphons, they were 6 for 6 on the PK in their quarterfinal against Waterloo. Got into quite a bit of penalty trouble, including one 10-minute gross misconduct on Jessica Teskey. Lavoie at the blue line.
I think that she might have been able to keep that in. I'm not 100% sure. The refs down there, they can see the line a little bit better, but that was a good effort for her to try and keep the puck in on the power play.
This power play winding down here in the second period. 22 seconds to go. They gain the zone. Bring it around. Now we see Drapeau, the captain, up to Lavoie. Back to Drapeau. The right circle kept to the outside. Hard to find room in the middle. Jobin will have to go from distance. Oh my, again. A chance to send it to the top of the crease as a good penalty kill. Back to even strength. Out comes Parnell. Still in Guelph territory. Parnell gets ahead out of the penalty box. She's on the move. A 2-on-1. McKenna. What a stop by Verbeek.
Verbeek looks so calm, cool, and collected in net there, making that huge stop on a 2-on-1. Guelph almost put it up 2-0.
Best rush of the game so far. They look to extend their lead, and it's always so gratifying when you're able to come out of the timeout, out of the penalty box, and capitalize. Still a one-goal game. Verbeek will be graduating amongst just an impressive decorated class of graduates for the Stingers. It means so much for both these teams, for every team, but when you're this close, a win away from playing for a title. Rice can't get the backhand shot off. She gets taken down. Avery Robinson composed, sets it up, second-year player. We've seen her all around along with Caitlin Dance. She's coming off her best regular season, 10 points. And that's got to be exciting as well for this Guelph program, as so many of their players are in that third year, so you're going to carry this experience with them.
And this starts with just a nice breakout play against the boards. And as a defenseman, you've got to be a little bit careful when you're stepping up on this play because it creates that odd man situation back the other way. But Verbeek slides across. She's able to make a clean save. A really great chance. They get that puck across the Royal Road for a great scoring chance for Guelph.
Neutral zone draw just in front of the Stingers bench. Concordia in control, looking for the equalizer. Quick stick, but they still hold the zone. And they come once more kept to the perimeter. It's been tough for them to find that space. They've had players get net front, but then entangled with the Gryphons defenders, as now a breakaway opportunity held off. Concordia's defense coming in just as quickly off the bench, and some heavy contact. The crowd asking for a call, but none to be had. Just one penalty so far in this game, and no power play goals for it. Well, CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. Catch the best women's hockey teams all weekend. CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube. The gold medal game will be broadcast on CBC television. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. As we are right now in the second period of the first semifinal in the medal round. In the women's tournament, there are 2 consolation games. Those were played earlier today. Lavoie from the point sends it back down, looking for Thibault. In comes Sutherland Case, the lone goal scorer so far in this game, up to 2 points on the tournament. Nice plays as they go from distance, but a heavy shot kept in at the point. Lavoie looking for a good bounce. Drapeau in the low slot. These two have connected twice, looking for a third here to get them on the board. No room for a move. Rosalie Perron off the boards and off the bench. They hold the zone again, tiring out the Gryphons. The longest extended time we've seen in the Guelph zone.
Yeah, I think that Concordia was struggling at the beginning of this period and even in the first period to really connect on plays, but you can see that sustained pressure, it all comes from that top line of Emily Lucier, Zoe Thibault, and Jessie Drapeau, who are able to create that sustained pressure because they're connecting on their passes. As soon as we can start connecting on our passes, we'll be able to stay in the O zone a little bit longer, and that's exactly what they do against a tired Guelph Gryphons.
Important face-off win, although they don't make it too far out of the neutral zone. Back to work, the Stingers pressing here. Came out of the first period trailing 1, now the Gryphons look to extend! Pull shot, McKenna looking to bury it. Once more, and it was McKenna that was on the two-player rush earlier. Verbeek standing tall, Coffey. The nice move to get to the middle. Held off it. Boudreau. That will draw a call, and so the Stingers will head on the power play. Their second of the game. Olivia Knuff feeling like that was her only option at the time.
And you look at this chance, again, it's about zone entries. The F2 is able to kick it out wide and get that shot off. And something I want to point out is Rosalie Perron does such a good job on that back check. She's able to pick up that stick, and then you have to call this play. It's up in the hands. She hooks her. If you take away their hands, then you're going to get a call. So let's see what Concordia can do on their second power play of the game.
It was Katie McKenna for hooking. So Katie McKenna in the boxes. Concordia gets to work 0 for 1 in this game so far, in this exact period as well. Caron over for Lucier. She walks it in, drops back for Lavoie, quick pass, but it's taken away, a turnover. Short-handed, so they'll go for the clear. Calder will stay up for the Gryphons.
Absolutely the right idea from to get that puck across to Lucier there, but that's just got to be right, a tape-to-tape pass.
Oh, that was a nice play there, but of course offside the call, nowhere for Alexis Olivier to go, the fourth-year psychology student out of Sudbury.
Concordia is a little bit thankful for that offside call.
Concordia yet to score a power play marker in this tournament. That doesn't mean much. I mean, every team is coming and bringing their best, and as I mentioned, we already saw 2 shorthanded goals in the quarters. Teams getting active on the penalty kill. And in U Sports, it's The same rules as always. You score a shorthanded goal, but the other team is still on the power play. No jailbreak option here like they have in the Professional Women's Hockey League. Drapeau getting to work. The point, Jobin. Across this time, Lavoie. Once more. Great puck movement. And it skips over the stick of Jobin. And just 30 seconds remain, 5-on-4, and a steal played responsibly by Guelph. They go for a change.
Concordia doing a really good job with that second unit out there of their puck movement. You see as soon as they start to move that puck fast, crisp, tape-to-tape passes, you'll see a lot more open up for the Concordia Stingers.
5 seconds remaining in the Guelph zone. And you have to think that all that time, Guelph spent shorthanded, 18 minutes on 5 infractions in their quarterfinal. Well, that's certainly helping them out here as they were perfect on the PK then and remain that way here in the semifinal. Caruso, cross ice. Guelph looking for the shot. And we will step aside for the first time in the second period. The Gryphons still up 1 on Concordia in this semifinal.
Beginning a program at university is an incredibly optimistic moment. Anything is possible. This is the time to enjoy learning, to enjoy figuring it all out, to learn things you never knew, and become someone you didn't think possible, beyond the expected, beyond your wildest dreams. Grow beyond.
At Miller Waste, we're proud to sponsor the 2026 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. There is lots of trash talk on the ice. At Miller Waste, we talk trash every day. We serve over 2 million Ontario households weekly, transforming more than 175,000 metric tons of recyclables and organic waste into reusable resources. Proudly Canadian, family owned, always driving hard to the net. Let's make a difference. Game on.
Well, Guelph goaltender Martina Fidel has been having a pretty big winter. She represented her home country of Italy at the Olympics last month. She was even in net for her country's first Olympic women's hockey win, a 4-1 victory over France. And then, of course, she won the OUA championship with Guelph. And so far in this tournament over 2 games, she has yet to allow a goal. And off the ice, Fidel is a 5th-year animal biology student at Guelph. Back to you in the booth.
Thank you, Carissa. What a remarkable 2 months, actually less than 2 months. And of course, there's such a lead up to the Olympics, and for the Italian national team, they actually spent time in Montreal training there and getting to know one another, building that chemistry. And they certainly made their country so proud, making it all the way to the quarterfinals as well, which is impressive when they were in that Group B play. And Fidel was part of that, along with another U Sports talent in Gabriella Durante from Calgary. So U Sports representing at the Olympics. Meanwhile, Concordia looking to keep this a 1-goal game, as right now Guelph in their zone. Shots 11 each so far. Guelph now with 3 in this middle frame, and we're just under 8 seconds left in the second period. 8 minutes rather, not seconds. There's been a tight back and forth, including with the face-offs. Guelph was leading through the first period, but now they only have 1 more face-off win than Concordia, and that will be big too, Hannah, as these teams are just jockeying for possession. Play at the end boards.
Talked about it all day. It's a puck possession game, and here's a good look for Concordia. Lucier's trying to drive the net.
And there's the whistle.
Emily Lucier does a good job just retrieving this puck here. She's trying to jam it in. Again, a garbage goal might be the goal that you need to get yourself on the board, so why not take this puck to the net and see if you can find a rebound.
Of course, sets up the face-off now, just to the left of Martina Fidel. Concordia looking to be the first team to score on the Guelph netminder, but not if her team wins the face-off as they did. Head the other way, chip play in front, puts the puck there for Olivia Knuff. She gets squeezed out at the end boards, and away comes Angélie Jobin, supported by Alexis Bedier. The Stingers can hold the zone. Pass still finds the Gryphons and draws the penalty, and so Guelph will head on the power play for the first time this game.
I don't know about that one. I think they missed one on Emily Lucier earlier that looked like a similar play. I mean, she does get her feet taken away from her, but does she trip? Is it really the stick? I'm not 100% sure on that. To me, that's a little bit of a weak call. I think she trips over her own feet there.
And so the team with the lead now head on the player advantage. Guelph also yet to score a power play goal, as they were also 0 for 3 in their quarterfinal. McDonald trading with Sutherland Case. Patience, as they were looking to send it ahead for Deja Houston, who stands just under 6 feet tall, a power forward, and one that will of course set up net front.
And I don't mind this shot by Catherine Hurd. She has really good net front presence, and she's able to get that shot through, which is exactly what you need to do on the power play. So I don't mind that shot. She's obviously a goal scorer. She did it in the quarterfinals. Take that shot all day.
Wins the faceoff with ease, gets another shot here on the power play. Verbeek standing tall. This face-off taking shape to the left of Jordan Verbeek, watching on. Verbeek has only allowed 2 goals so far in this tournament, 1 in each game. At this point, a nice hand-eye play by Calder. Keep the pressure on and keep these tired Stingers on the ice. Only tired because the shift keeps getting extended here on the PK. Hurd back to the point. Captain Cross looking to shrink the zone. Ends up along the end wall. To the far corner this time, Sutherland Case had a touch. Zone held, Hurd! And a big stop by Verbeek. So we're now under a minute remaining, but still plenty of time here on this power play. First of the game for Guelph across. Catherine Hurd with the shot! A stick saved by Verbeek. We've got a Gryphon in the crease as well, but the puck goes out the other way. A little reprieve for the Stingers.
And they needed to clear that puck there. Emily Lavoie had no stick, so she was trying to penalty kill with no stick, so it was a great clear by Concordia to get that puck 200 feet down the ice.
And what an impressive player, Lavoie. Able to still provide that defense. Is short-handed Concordia. 20 seconds remaining here on this power play. Just under 5 minutes in the second period. No goals yet in this frame. Parnell getting ahead. Still kept to the outside. Jobin locked in that board battle. And you hear the sound, and that's another good penalty kill. So at even strength, Concordia to equalize. As in comes LaRue, the far side this time. At distance, it is blocked in front, may have even gotten a piece of her own teammate. So 3 penalties combined. No power play goals to account for it, and a 1-0 lead for Guelph still from the first period. Stingers offside the call. Fans, U Sports wants to hear from you about your viewing experience. Visit usportsfans.ca or click the QR code on the screen to join the fan advisory panel. Tell us about yourself and help shape future championship broadcasts by giving feedback, and you could win a prize. That sounds pretty great. Just to share your opinion, an important way of shaping the future of these broadcasts. Sutherland Chase in the zone, far side, under 4 minutes remaining now in the second period. Guelph trying to carry on the momentum of their power play. Overall, Hannah Bunton, how did you feel about that power play effort from the Gryphons?
Yeah, I think that Guelph did a good job. They're getting shots through to the net, which I think Concordia was struggling with on their 2 power plays that they had, whereas they had great net front presence. Verbeek looks strong in there, but they're getting shots through, and that's what you need to do. Obviously, you want to be able to put one in the back of the net, but against such a good goaltender, at least let's get the puck to the net with good net front presence.
Icing will take this back to the Stingers zone, and you mentioned the shots. Right now, Guelph still leads overall 15-12, and initially in the first 10 minutes of this period, neither side really getting shots through. It's about 3-2 for Concordia. It's opened up a little bit more. Again, you can see a great crowd inside the Woolwich Memorial Arena. This particular rink named in honor of Dan Schneider. As the Stingers look to get going, even strength might have to be their way. That's how they were able to do it 3 times against their opponent. Against Manitoba, I should say, in the quarters.
I'd like to see Concordia in the O-zone just be a little bit closer to support their teammates. Right now, I think they're a little bit too spread out, and Guelph is doing such a good job playing the body, being aggressive, taking away their time and space, that they're not able to get that puck possession in order to create offense.
Setting up the rush, though, Thibault. Just not fast enough to see that 3-on-2 develop. They do bring it down low, getting entangled behind the net of Fidel. And it was on this very net, of course, in the first period that Guelph was able to score, and they did it in that way, just closing in, taking space, and offside the call yet again. It has stopped a few efforts on both sides. Well, CBC Sports is the home of university sports in Canada. Catch the best men's hockey teams in the 2026 U Sports University Cup. It's presented by Steel Mazda, live from Halifax. You can watch on CBC Gem, CBCSports.ca, and CBC Sports YouTube. Their gold medal game is also tomorrow. It starts just before the women's, noon Eastern on CBC television. As one of these 2 teams will be playing in the women's final as a 2-on-1. In they come and they score! The Stingers tie the game! Courtney Rice, what a shot!
What an absolutely beautiful shot by Courtney Rice. And that is just an impressive 2-on-1. She sees that she has her teammate over. She has that option for a pass, but the defense does a pretty good job of taking that option away, and Courtney Rice sees the top of the net and she buries this puck past Martina Fidel. What a beautiful shot to go over the shoulder. She's looking for that pass, but she's able to go on the far side and go bar down. What a beautiful shot by Courtney Rice on that 2-on-1.
A late period goal, and the first against Martina Fidel at this tournament, and they're looking to add another in quick succession, that time gloved down by the Italian netminder. This is exactly the response the Stingers wanted. Courtney Rice coming in, handling business. Lucier with the shot.
And that's definitely a goal that's going to give this Concordia Stingers some momentum in this game. They know they can put the puck in the back of the net. It took them a little bit of a long stretch of period of time to be able to do that, but that's exactly what they're going to need to gain the momentum, especially going into the third period.
That's Rice's first goal of the tournament. As the Gryphons look to respond in another. So we're seeing 2-on-1s from one end to the other here late in the second.
And 2-on-1s like that typically happen because maybe our F3 is not high enough in the zone and back checking well enough. But again, this is a huge save by Jordan Verbeek that you need to make, especially after you just go and tie the game up 1-1 at the other end.
Rice had 2 shots in the quarterfinal, hails from Cambridge, Ontario, and able to get her first goal here in this game on her first shot as well. Diving play there by the Stingers. Lavoie offside the call though. So minute 2 remaining, tied at 1. We see a very happy Julie Chu, as one could expect after that effort.
I just think that's the type of energy you want to play for when you're a player. You see someone that's so relaxed behind the bench, it gives you that confidence, that calmness to be able to go out and be successful on the ice.
So now in the final minute of the middle frame, only goal so far this period, scored by Courtney Rice of Concordia Stingers, 4th-year player. She has been with this team. She has won before. She knows what it takes. And it's setting up what I could only expect to be an incredibly hard-fought 3rd period. As we have seen this game very tight at times. And of course, deadlock now at 1.
Definitely a timely goal as well. You know, it's so much easier as a player to go into that 3rd period with that goal under your belt instead of going in and with a 1-0 deficit.
Yeah, just a minute 47 seconds remaining. From distance though, Verbeek able to read it through traffic. 3 seconds to go, and the Gryphons getting in some late period shots, but there's the buzzer. And the score knotted at 1 here in this first semi-final to determine which team will head on to the gold medal game tomorrow, I should say, Hannah. A very impressive frame. But what are your takeaways? We also saw the first power plays. Of course, neither side could cash in on those. Took even strength play to make it happen.
For sure, and I think that right now what's making each of these teams successful is Guelph, they're doing a really good job of taking away the time and space of the Concordia players, especially in their D zone. And for Concordia, we talk about it, you've got to get pucks to the net. Right now they're playing a little bit on the outside. When they're able to make those clean, crisp, tape-to-tape passes, they get a little bit more puck possession in the offensive zone, and they're able to create those scoring chances.
When you break it down, the shots 18-12 in favor of the Gryphons, who held that lead, and Martina Fidel's very impressive shutout streak does come to a close here. I mentioned that she enjoyed 3 shutouts in her 7 wins in the regular season. She never lost in the regular campaign either, so how to respond when this is also a team that through the playoffs 5-1. So she has experienced a defeat, but this is not where you want it to happen, because a loss here means you still have a chance to play for a medal, but you're playing for bronze. For the Gryphons, they of course would love to vie for a title, as we head down now ringside to our Carissa Donkin.
Catherine, you're going into the 3rd period tied. What will be your message to your teammates going into the 3rd?
I think just keep pushing. I think we let our foot off the gas a little bit, and we can't win a game with 1 goal. So yeah, just bury some more pucks.
You know, for most of this game, you were able to neutralize the top offensive weapons on that Concordia team. What is the key to that in your mind?
I think just sticking to our game, and we really focus on staying above the puck, making sure no one gets in behind us. But yeah, they're quick, so just keeping our head on a swivel and making sure we know where they are.
This is my own unscientific observation, but it seems like the Guelph fans here appear to be the loudest. How is that fueling you tonight?
Yeah, it's fun. It's always fun to have a big crowd, and who brings the energy? It makes it easier to bring energy on the bench and on the ice.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And that's Catherine Hurd, the captain for the Guelph Gryphons. She scored the OUA championship game-winning goal, and of course we expect big things from number 29, as she has led this team with such an impressive overall, Hannah abundant, and especially when I look at all the numbers for these players, many having their best seasons ever, and I do believe that comes from the leadership, what you see other players doing and being their best as well on the ice.
Oh, 100%. And they talk about Catherine Hurd and just what a great leader she is on and off the ice. And she's someone that the team can get behind. And that's what she's done for them throughout this tournament. That's what she'll do for them going into this third period. And you have great leadership on the other side as well, all the way from the coaching staff, all the way to top to bottom in their lineup. And right now, you're going into this third period. You're obviously going to be nervous. It's a 1-1 hockey game. So right now, it's about who can come out, who can leave it all on the ice in the third period, who's going to put their heart on the line for their team. And I think all of these players are going to have that in them.
I mean, Guelph Gryphons were tested in their 3-game quarterfinal series in the OUA just to continue on their playoff dreams. The final game of the best of 3 went to 3 overtimes, and they pulled out a win. So they played tight games. As we step aside and head into the second intermission, it's a 1-1 game in the semifinal between Guelph and Concordia.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe, no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Across Canada, it starts the same way. A love for the game that unites us all. From hometown rinks to the world stage, we rise together. Every stride, every save, every dream, shared by every girl who's ever picked up a stick.
It's her shot, rebound in front, she scores!
Because when one rises, we all rise. Rise as one.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
I have a degree in meteorology. I am a licensed electrician.
I went to veterinary school.
Life might not care who you are, but we do. Grads and professionals can save more. Just one of many ways TD Insurance helps you save. It's how we're making insurance more human.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks, just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
At Miller Waste, we're proud to sponsor the 2026 U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. There is lots of trash talk on the ice. At Miller Waste, we talk trash every day. We serve over 2 million Ontario households weekly, transforming more than 175,000 metric tons of recyclables and organic waste into reusable resources. Proudly Canadian, family owned, always driving hard to the net. Let's make a difference. Game on.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC and our coverage of the 2026 Miller Waste Systems U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. It is all tied at 1. Concordia able to score just under 2 minutes remaining in that middle frame. Courtney Rice with her first goal of the tournament. Of course, they've been backstopped by Jordan Verbeek, who is standing tall yet again as they have been outshot so far in this game. Hailing from Langley, BC, this regular season 14-2, but overall in her career with this team, an impressive 38-3-0 in 44 games. We'll hear more about her. Here is 2 minutes with Jordan Verbeek.
So I'm Jordan Verbeek, I'm a goalie, and I play for Concordia Women's Hockey. It began in BC, actually. That's where I grew up, and my brother and dad both played hockey. They were both goalies, and I kind of just grew up around the rink and grew up watching it, and I actually got the opportunity to watch the Olympic gold medal game in Vancouver for the women's side, and I think I just fell in love from there and just kept playing after that. I would just describe myself as technical, but also agile and athletic, and just able to make those saves that I need to while also being calm and steady in that. Just being focused, one thing at a time, taking it day by day, and you know, it's a big tournament, but nothing really changes. Like, we're still playing the same hockey game that we've always played. So just keeping my mind in that space and being ready to go. It was incredible at PSU. I think it was once in a lifetime. I didn't know a whole ton about PSU, and like, I knew a bit about it when I was growing up and everything, but then actually being there and actually experiencing it and seeing what it's all about, I think it was incredible. And getting to meet some elite hockey players from around the country and just having that experience together, it's one of my favorite hockey moments, and I'll cherish it forever. It was incredible. I think a lot of girls in Canada dream of putting on that jersey and just being able to wear it, and in that sense at the games and being able to represent my country, I think it was one of my greatest honors, and I'm so happy I had that opportunity. I think just, you know, having that calmness, having that, like, being ready and being focused and knowing that, yeah, it's a bigger competition and it's exciting and there's these incredible players from all over the place, but we're just kind of focused on us and what we want to do and what we can control and what we can put in. It's hard to choose just one. I feel like, of course, it's always exciting when we can compete at nationals and having these memories together and just having this downtime at the hotel together and getting to know each other. And I think some other amazing memories have been being able to go back home in BC for preseason a couple of times. I think that was really special because I did move far for university. So being able to be with my team, my second family, and being with my own family, I think that was pretty incredible.
That was Jordan Verbeek, who's only lost 3 regular season games and right now backstopping this tied semifinal 1-1 through 2 periods.
Partout au Canada, c'est une histoire qui se répète, née d'un amour pour un sport qui nous rassemble. Des patinoires du coin à la scène mondiale, nous avançons ensemble. Avec chaque foulée, chaque arrêt et chaque rêve qui habite toute fille qui choisit le hockey. Parce que tous ces coups de patin nous propulsent. 1, 2, 3, Canada! Ensemble, vers l'avant.
Delaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Le sport en direct sur icitout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est icitout.tv.
Beginning a program at university is an incredibly optimistic moment. Anything is possible. This is the time to enjoy learning, to enjoy figuring it all out, to learn things you never knew, and become someone you didn't think possible, beyond the expected, beyond your wildest dreams. Grow beyond.
That's embarrassing. You know what's not embarrassing? Using FIG for a home improvement loan. A quick, simple, and transparent offer in minutes. Borrow better with FIG.
Hey you sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks, just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by l'U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox Sporty, Veraburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, and by Miller Waste Systems.
Welcome back to Elmira, Ontario, where the 2026 Miller Waste Systems U-Sports Women's Hockey Championship is taking place. This is the first semifinal of the medal bracket, and we're set in the third period, tied at 1 to start this final frame in regulation. But the second period certainly was a busy one, Hannah.
And this was the period of odd person situations. Michelle Gow here just makes a beautiful pass over to Sarah Callahan, but Jordan Verbeek is just so stable and so steady in net. And then you see on this other one that Caitlin McKenna gets another great scoring chances, and they're able to make that pass across the Royal Road like I've talked about earlier that creates those high scoring chances. But how about Courtney Rice with that shot, bar down over Martina Friedel, and puts the Concordia Stingers on the board to tie this game up at 1-1.
An absolute beautiful goal. Guelph, though, doing their part. They outshot Concordia in the second frame alone, 10-5. They've also blocked more shots as well, just extra 4 block shots there. But the face-off wins are big, and that could factor in here in the third period as we head down now to Carissa Donkin with Concordia head coach Julie Chu.
Julie, your team's able to tie it up going into the intermission. What kind of a boost did that give you?
Yeah, I think for anything, we're just trying to take it one shift at a time. It's a great game, it's fun, it's back and forth. We're trading chances and opportunities and lots of energy. So I think for us, it's resetting in the intermission and making sure we come out and start with the first shift and build off of that.
You know, we did see Guelph seem to neutralize some of your best offensive players for, most of the game ahead of this. How do you match that?
I think for us, I think one of the things we've trusted all along is that we have depth up our lineup, and that we've had people that stepped up and been able to perform in different situations. So we're going to continue to play our players and go in battle, and whoever gets the nod, I think they believe they can go out and be an impact, and that's what you try to build in a season.
Good luck in the third.
Great, thank you.
And this is just something that Julie Chu has talked about throughout the season, is that they have confidence up and down their lineup. And that confidence, yes, it comes from the players. It also gives from the nods, like Julie Chu just said. She's able to trust her players in situations. You see someone like Audrey Clavette getting her first goal of the season in the quarterfinal on Thursday, which is what this team needs. You need scoring all throughout the lineup in order to win games, especially against good teams like the Guelph Gryphons, who are taking away that time and space.
Yeah, 4 goals so far in the tournament, scored by 3 different players. First goal of the game, happening just past the 16-minute mark, as a bit of a flurry rather in front of Martina Fidel. That first goal was scored by Maeve Sutherland Case. Now Catherine Hurd brings it into the zone. Looks for that centering feed. The far side, Drapeau pops it up. Lucier with a good stick to push it ahead. As Verpon. Cross ice to the near side. Along the wall, another chip play. Oh, as in comes McKenna. Down she goes though, and right into the goal. She's so incredibly fast. We've seen her duck under, use her smaller size to her advantage. When you look at the success Concordia has had at this tournament, and just alone in their own conference, 24-time conference championship. They have won 4 national titles, 1 silver. And that game they nearly won 2. In fact, it was down to the final second when Mount Royal University, the 8th seed, tied the game and ended up upsetting Concordia in what could have been a 3-peat championship for them. Also won bronze twice, but for Guelph, the only medal they've ever won is gold, and they did so in the last time they made a nationals appearance, as they get a chance once more, looking for a wraparound. Verbeek able to clock both of those, locked in. Hold the zone, and the Gryphons really showing their maturity as a team right now. If you look at their nationals experience, you could say that they're an underdog, but the way they've been playing throughout this year puts them right up there as they are in the semifinal. Rice just wide rather, to the far side.
I just love to see the confidence that Verbeek has in that. I've talked about it the whole entire game, but she just looks so composed, and it's so much easier to play in front of a goaltender that is so composed. It's the same on the other end. Fidel's doing the exact same thing. She looks composed in the net, and it gives both of these teams that confidence to stay in this game. And when we talk about poise, this is exactly what we mean. Verbeek's in net here, and Guelph gets an opportunity to wrap around the puck. I love that play because you do see that Verbeek's on the right side of her net, but she's able to get across her crease and get over and make that save.
The game tied at 1 each. The last time these teams played in a championship semifinal, both won. So of course they weren't matched up with each other. It was a win in 2018-19, 5-0 over the Carabin for Guelph, to then eventually go on and win the whole thing. So impressive. They beat McGill 1-0 in that final. So 2 shutouts there to contribute. Of course, that was a while ago, pre-COVID, so very different teams, of course, but just goes to show the strength of this program when they do get an opportunity on the stage. This is their 7th appearance, but they were certainly a team that made many appearances early on when the championship started from '98. Dance looking to dance into the slot. Play off the glass, held in by Maddie Min. A board battle at the near point, too, looking to hold the zone. Knuff. Gryphons maintain possession, send it deep. Played smartly by Verbeek, although watch out as 2 Gryphons look to close in. Staying down low is McKenna. Annie Robinson. Clavette. Hannah Bunton mentioned it, getting her first U Sports goal in what I can only imagine has got to be the most satisfying way. If you don't get it in the regular season, you don't get it in playoffs, well, how about your U Sports Nationals appearance?
No better time to step up and score your first goal.
in the third period, fanned on the pass. So the Gryphons come out. We're 2-on-2 right now. Kept wide, a good stick for the Stingers as they'll head back the other way. Setting up an odd player, Lucier. That had an awkward bounce to it. Drapeau with a beautiful feed in tight. Oh my, what a chance in front and another that time. Drapeau denied on the doorstep.
What a couple saves by Martina Ferdel. This first line of Concordia Stingers, they're doing a great job of getting the puck to the net. Such a nice pass by Jessie Drapeau to see that Zoe Thibault is all alone in front of the net there. But Martina Ferdel just comes up big with those two saves.
And Lucier, she's hungry to make that one count, but it's gloved down by Fidel and a hard crash into the end boards there for Verplan.
And just a mishandle on this play. A good forecheck by Lucier, and Jessie Drapeau is able to get that puck up into front of the net where she's all left alone. But Martina Ferdel just staying calm, staying cool. She knows how to make a save, and she makes two big ones on that last shift.
Well, back-to-back saves against Lucier. You can't let them continue that if you're the Guelph Gryphons. And last four shots all coming by the Stingers as yet again looking to create a turnover. That's Courtney Rice. We talked about their depth in scoring, but they'll certainly have players score multiple if they can. And what we expected would be a tight game and is so far playing out that way. The second and third seeds, and seeding at this stage can sometimes be a little deceptive. You don't quite know if these teams are truly that close. They don't play each other in the regular season, but we have also seen how much parity there has been in this tournament in particular. As in comes Sutherland Case, just using her size to slice through. And on they go, a shot turned aside by Fidel. Alexis Bettier, hailing from Alberta, playing with the Stingers. Of course, one more semifinal on deck, and that's the University of New Brunswick. By the way, are next year's hosts of this tournament, which means they're guaranteed a spot, but they'd love to return home as a champion. The only way they can do that is by winning their next game. They'll be taking on the number 8 seed Montreal Carabin, who again, seeding, might as well throw that out the window when you look at how close things have gone. Those two both playing to shootout wins in their quarterfinal games yesterday. Reese Coffey handling the puck. Check that, it's Avery Robinson instead. It nearly was a giveaway in the slot. Nice play right in the middle. Shrugged off by Verbeek. And the Gryphons looking for another way to get by. That's McRae. Does knock the post off its moorings. The world is coming to London, Ontario this summer. Don't miss the 2026 FISU World University Rowing Championships. They'll be held August 13th to 15th in partnership with Western University, Rowing Canada, and Tourism London. For more information, visit rowing2026.fisu, that's FISU.net. And that sounds great. Summer? August? I mean, right now we're in March, and this is really championship season when it comes to U Sports. Hockey, both men's and women's, winding down this weekend. The best in the country at work right now. Guelph and Concordia tied at 1. Just over 7 minutes into the third period. Overtime rules remain the same up until the gold medal game, so if needed, there will be a shortened overtime period and then onto a shootout. I'm saying it now, Hannah Button, so that maybe it won't happen. But either way, I mean, these teams want this so badly. We're here for all the hockey.
Yeah, and it looks like right now Concordia has the majority of momentum in this third period. And I think that Guelph, they're going to have to talk about just taking care of the puck. The scoring chances against for them right now are all little mishaps, little misplays that they're having in their defensive zone and just not connecting on that first pass.
Fidel mishandles, in comes the Stingers, oh my! What a juicy rebound, and it's just wide on the short side.
And that
Two
play,
high danger chances.
That play begins with a face-off play out of the Concordia defensive zone. They know exactly what they're doing. They got the puck wide off the boards, and then they look at that. They almost get a scoring chance off of it.
So that was Fidel, but also a little bit of luck there as the puck, you know, went a bit wide.
Again, right off the face-off, they get the puck down the ice, and Lucier, with her speed, she's able to discredit that icing, and Fidel a little bit of a misplay on that, but what a great scoring chance off a set play off of a defensive zone draw.
So still tied at 1. More than 9.5 minutes into this third period. From an angle, it just skims across the crease. No need for a save. End-to-end action has been a theme here. Both netminders up to the task so far. Concordia scoring first goal against Guelph in the tournament so far. Parnell brings it in across the lines. Kept off the puck. Gryphons still in possession. Parnell once more looking for options. That smothering defense from Concordia. Annie Robinson, former Burlington Barracuda. Player who was well regarded for her small size and her speed, her ability. That was an almost deceptive shot there, a pad save from Verbeek. Great energy in the building, and during that intermission chat, Marissa Donkin and Julie Chu mentioning the energy these teams give each other. It's been a great game so far as Perron tries to come in and slice through the defense. She can't. Fidel to cover, waiting for the whistle. As Goudreau and Perron trying to make something happen in front of the net.
And you can see now these players, they're just putting everything out on the line. They know there's 10 minutes left in this game. It's a 1-1 game. It's going to take someone here to step up, get a puck to the net, take their bodies to the net, and try and put one in against these two amazing goaltenders.
Concordia looking to skip that one through. Fidel with a good read and a good stick, but still in the Gryphons zone, just like that, brought out. Sent cross ice. Sutherland Case on the chase. She takes down her opponent. No penalties yet in the third period. There were 3 combined in the middle frame. No goals. Lucier, patient with the shot, goes wide. And no stinger to hold the blue line. Shots 21-18 in favor of Guelph. Open scoring in the first period. Equalizer coming in the second. In for support is Knuff. In the red sweater for Guelph. At the blue line, Caron. They're forced to retreat. Caitlin Dance has been so aggressive on the forecheck when she can. Now at the blue line. Kate Furlong puts the puck ahead. .840 left in the third period. For Concordia, the last time they were in the semifinal, they lost, and it was a 5-1 semifinal loss last year at the U Sports Championship against Waterloo. Waterloo, by the way, will play one more game as the hosts. They were last year's bronze medal winners, so there will definitely be a new team, a new program with bronze medals this year. along with at least one new finalist. It was the Bishop skaters that won last year, and they did not return to the U Sports Championship. In fact, I got that backwards. Waterloo actually won silver, so completely new teams will medal in this year's event, as none of those teams would be able to contend, and that's impressive. Waterloo returning again as the host here. They lost out in the OUA quarters, but back to this semifinal in the neutral zone. Ariel McDonald, who was actually set to play for Concordia her first year, but that was the COVID year and ended up transferring out. Is now with Guelph in this big season as they try to put that on net, goes behind.
You can definitely see the physicality starting to ramp up in these last 10 minutes of the third period of this semifinal.
Just know either team knows they have to stay disciplined. They don't want to give away an opportunity or a giveaway like that. Thibault with the shot, it's up high. Oh my. And a little fluky play there, could have popped up and in behind the line.
And like mentioned earlier, it's about possessing the puck and making sure you're taking care of the puck. And another turnover by the Guelph Gryphons that leaves Zoe Thibault a nice shot, a good grade A scoring chance, and it popped right up over Fidel's shoulder.
And Thibault has championship pedigree by far. Fifth year she'll be graduating from Sherbrooke, Quebec. 21 points this season in 24 regular season games. Got 70 career points. Two-time champion herself and a silver medalist. Perron for LaRue. And a big stop by Fidel. So many chances and a big one at that. A turnover in the offensive zone. Zoe Thibault, it bounces off and somehow stays out. We're still tied at 1 in this semifinal.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
U.S. defender Caroline Harvey was named the winner of the prestigious Patty Kazmaier Award today. That's for the best player in U.S. college hockey. And Concordia head coach Julie Chu received that honor in 2007 when she was playing at Harvard University. It's one of a long list of accomplishments for Chu. As both a coach and a player, she's also a four-time Olympian and former captain of the U.S. team. So in other words, she'd seen just about everything in her career. Back to you in the booth.
So impressive, and congratulations to Harvey as well, a defender, able to come through and win that. She was so incredible at the Olympics as well. Jobin, and offside the call. Harvey will certainly be a looked at draft pick, and not to mention some of these U Sports players who are graduating, Concordia Stingers, who have certainly had some of their players be drafted into the PWHL, and sky's the limit with the talent that we're seeing on the ice right now.
Yeah, you see so many old U Sport players who are retired from the U Sports currently playing in the PWHL. One Concordia alumni is Emmy Fecteau, who's playing on New York Sirens.
And I love that she wears number 29 in honor of Marie-Philippe Poulin. Of course, Poulin, who is, you know, just such a fixture in Montreal hockey and has been an inspiration, well, for everyone, but especially Quebec women's hockey. So impressive what these programs have been able to do, and RSEQ finalists will play in the next semifinals. We're seeing some chances here for the Stingers. Kept out under 5 minutes to go in the third period. Parnell trying to drive it along the far side. Teskey looking to zip that one back down low. Coffey under pressure. A board battle and away with it. Drapeau circling, waiting for a pop play, doesn't get it. Great work to close out any lane options, the Stingers in their own zone. Shots 21-20, that's how tight this game has been. No chance for a breakaway there, looking to send it ahead for Drapeau. Lucier. Will it be the veteran connection between these two? Lucier with a sharp angle shot. Lucier 2 assists, no goal yet in Elmira. Richard gets her stick on it across. Richard, another tall player. Rachel McIntyre coming in. Her shot or pass option taken away. Three and a half remaining in regulation. The two consolation semifinals were both 2-0 shutouts. UBC and Waterloo will meet in that first game tomorrow, but still awaiting who will head to the final first. Sutherland Case try to pull and shoot. It's blocked. Gryphons put it deep. Dance to get ahead. Lavoie cross ice, was hoping for Perron. Instead, the Gryphons able to take control.
And you can definitely feel a little bit of the ice tilt here. Not that that means anything in a 1-1 game, but you can see Concordia is starting to really lay on that offensive zone time and those scoring chances against the Guelph Gryphons.
Still kept to the outside. From distance, nowhere to go. Now McKenna shielding, taken into the near corner. She goes down. Of course, the fans reacting to that. As we now have 2 minutes remaining in the third, still tied at 1. Who will break the deadlock? Lucier trying to take away the puck. So dangerous. Rimmed around and nearly jumps on it. Thibault. Lucier does grab hold in the offensive zone, and a misplay at the blue line sends it ahead, but watch the speed for Concordia. Verbeek as well, taking away that play. Fast work by Parnell, though, at the half wall to put it in the middle.
And we talk about that speed from number 21, Angélie Jobin, and that's what she's been all year for this team. She's a first year, she's young, but she's got such an incredible speed. She's used in every single situation for the Concordia Stingers.
Now Pelowich with a shot, a block by Min, as we're in the final minute of regulation in this first semifinal. Chance to play for gold on the line. Had chances either end. Hurd looking to answer the call from Sutherland Chase, who goes down, draws a penalty in the final 40 seconds of the third period.
You know what, Daniela, I'm just not sure about this call. There's 40 seconds left in the third period. To me, it seems like There's two players that run into each other. One gets the worst of it. I'm not sure about this interference call, especially at such a crucial time in the game. But with that being said, Guelph Gryphons are going to be heading to the power play.
And so, Julie Chu calls, or check that, Guelph has called a timeout, but that of course gives Chu a chance to talk to her team. There you see Kate Mora having words. I mean, this is a massive opportunity. You can put this away in regulation. Of course, save a little bit of energy for what would be your gold medal game. Both these teams will play once more. So much on the line. Just the fourth time the Gryphons program has made it to the medal round of the U Sports Women's Hockey Championship, and it would be their second chance to play for the title if they can pull through. Both teams with their plans, who will execute? The goaltenders have been incredible for Beak watching on, the crowd rallying here. 38.9 seconds on the clock in the third period, and a power play for the Gryphons. Sutherland Chase looks to get around. A nice shot for Beak, has eyes for it.
And I'm sure during those timeouts, both coaches are saying to their respective groups, on the penalty kill, we know what to do. We've done it before. On the power play, we know what to do. Get pucks to the net. You've got lots of time to get us a goal here.
McDonald quarterbacking this one. The far side. Takes it back into the high slot. Tracked by Perron, a shot. It's blocked in front, another chance off a rebound. A big scrum in front of her Beak. There's the whistle, and yeah, Richard's gonna have something to say about that.
And Guelph, they're doing a good job. They're getting the puck to the net. That's exactly where they scored the first goal of the game. They have that net front presence. Catherine Hurt takes that shot. She's been taking it on the power play exactly from that spot. But Concordia, they're all in the house. They're helping out their goaltender in order to clear pucks or make that save.
10 seconds to go on the power play here, third period. It would be a buzzer beater if they can get it done. Guelph with the shot, kept out that Stingers defense with a good clear, and so we will head to overtime in the semifinal.
And what a time to go on the power play in this semifinal game. As a power play unit, you've been working all season, you know what to do. And then as a PK, right, you need them. You need to block shots. You need to protect your house. You have a goaltender who's been so steady for you. You have that confidence while you're penalty killing. But what a crucial time for both of these teams heading into overtime.
Well, there's been 2 goals in this game, and it started with Guelph in the first period, just over 16 minutes in to the opening frame.
And Guelph, we talked about it, their zone entries. And Sutherland is just able to get on this rebound. She's a goal scorer through and through. She gets on this rebound, puts them up early, 1-0 in the game. But Concordia Stingers do not let up. You see Courtney Rice coming down on a 2v1. She looks over for her teammate, but she sees that top bar down goal, and she's able to put that one away to tie this game up.
The only Stinger with a point in this game so far. And here's what's on the line, that trip to the gold medal game, Sunday 3 p.m. Eastern. The winner will await the winner of Montreal UMB. There is also the bronze medal game, of course, at 11 a.m. and a consolation final starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. And we want to give a shout out to Desmond Thomas and Brianna Newell, the play-by-play and color team that have been holding it down throughout this championship. They'll have those 2 early calls tomorrow. And it's been an action-packed day inside the Woolwich Memorial Arena in Elmira, Ontario, as this is the 3rd of 4 games with the first semifinal on the medal side. So much on the line as we'll go to overtime, and again, there's still time on a power play for Guelph.
Yeah, lots of time to rest up your unit that you want out there for the start of this overtime, and same thing on the Concordia's end. They're able to rest up their best PKers in order to get the job done, and then we'll see some 4-on-4 hockey.
So now 3 straight elimination games in this tournament. So looking at the quarterfinals and in this medal round, not the consolation, have gone on to extra time, but none have been decided in OT. It's typically 3-on-3, but you'll see 4-on-3 right now because of the power play. And so the Gryphons win that opening face-off here. Maddie Min brings it into the zone. Camille Richard for the Stingers staying with her. They have the space. Back to Min this time, looking for the shot for Beek. It's loose in front, Min gets it back, can't settle the puck fast enough. Helped out there by Coffey. Calder looks to send it across for Hurd, the 4th player for the Gryphons, and 47 seconds remaining on this power play here in overtime. Right now, the Stingers just trying to stay alive as we just have 3 players on the ice and they can get a change in here.
And that's a good clear by Camille Richard. She wasn't able to clear it on the first one, but she makes no mistake on the second opportunity to get that puck 200 feet away from your goalie.
And a reminder, sorry, it's 4-on-4 overtime, so 4-on-3 right now. Had it been 3-on-3, it's still 4-on-3 in that power play situation, but 4-on-4. Not yet though, but soon enough, 8 seconds remaining. Sutherland Chase with a shot, it's kept out. What a look by the Guelph goal scorer in this game already. So out of the penalty box, now at even strength, 4-on-4 here in this overtime period, 10 minutes. We've already downed a minute and a half. Zoe Thibault brings it along the line, but it's offside.
And what an opportunity by none other than Maeve Sutherland Case. She's able to get this puck through, tap it, and make a really nice grade A scoring chance. But again, Verbeek's able to stand strong. And now looking at Concordia, they're able to kill off that penalty at such a crucial time in the game. You're going to see them grab some momentum from that.
And just like that, it's almost a fresh start all over again as this game tied, and it was the Stingers getting the equalizer in the second period. No goals through the first. McKenna plays it across. Another sharp angle shot, but Concordia able to keep the Gryphons to the outside.
And that's what you need to do in these opportunities. Keep them out to the outside. Let them take those shots from the outside. They'll give them to those shots to their goaltender any day with the poise that she has in net.
Look at the captain, Catherine Hurd. She's been a difference maker in so many games for this team through this incredible season of theirs. She doesn't want it to end now, and of course they will play a game tomorrow, but she wants to take home some hardware. Crowd behind them, the Stingers trying to work it out of their own zone. Lavoie, a nice play, but at the blue line and in fast is Maddie Min. Been so effective at the near point. Discipline will be key though. Collision in the near corner. In front once more off the backhand, but kept out by Verbeek. It was Calder looking to go 5-hole.
And Lavoie's got to be careful there. To me, that's even more of a penalty than the one that was called just before we headed into overtime. She plays the body, but again, Verbeek here, she's trying to cut off that pass. She's trying to take away the time and space, and she does a good job of getting her stick out. She leaves her 5-hole open a little bit there, but she's able to make that save.
And Guelph has led shots throughout the game, 27-21. Had the opportunities. They did have a power play chance there off the draw in the high slot. It was Maddie Min once more. We've seen a lot of number 15. She had a team leading 4 shots in their quarterfinal. No points yet in the tournament, but coming off her best season in U Sports as just a second year. Now, looking to correct course in front, denied by Fidel. What a play, but what a setup from the Stingers.
What a save there at such an important time of the game.
Now Sutherland Chase driving in front, kick save. Alexis Bettier, a tough opponent. She was the one who drove the action on the other end and then comes down to defend. 6:45 remaining in this overtime 4-on-4. Two players totally twisted up. Lucier in the mix there. And now McKenna for the Gryphons. Camille Richard staying with her step for step. Parnell, patient, shot blocked. Lucier once again with the defensive play. Off the boards. Amélie Lucier in front off the backhand, denied. What an incredible solo effort by the third year. The fans on their feet as they should be. It has been a game, an absolute treat as advertised between these two. Cross-ice play looking for Calder, still battling for the loose puck. Lavoie keeps it for herself. Lavoie gets to get a step around, a save. No chance for Perron to get a backhand on it. Another chance for Lavoie though. She holds it in the zone, takes it around to the point. 4-on-4 overtime. Her momentum just taken away completely. Bird forced to turn back. Up for Coffey, cross-ice play! Oh my, once again! There was space as they had Verbeek on the move. Up to 30 shots in this game for Guelph. That's 29 saves so far for number 1 on the Stingers. Far side and Guelph back to it, under 5 to go. Sutherland chase, oh so close once more. Collects the puck into the far corner, held by Richard. Sutherland case again, this time down the middle. So close, another chance off the backhand, and Verbeek, number 6 with 3 shots on that.
And what a series of events here. It's back and forth hockey. And this is such a nice 2-on-1 by Bedier to get it across to Pelowich, who creates such a good scoring chance with an unbelievable save by Fidel. And then back at the other end, the none other than Maeve Sutherland Case, who gets another shot off the crossbar past the shoulder of Verbeek. Back and forth hockey here.
If you're just joining us, 4.5 minutes to go in 4-on-4 overtime. Tied at 1 in the first semifinal to determine who will play for gold. Net front, Drapeau, another chance, Lucier scores! Concordia will go for gold as they win in overtime, 2-1 over the Guelph Gryphons.
Are we even surprised on who's able to net that and create that rebound for Amélie Lucier in the semifinal here?
What an effort. They were down by 1 after the first period. They managed to tie it. Courtney Rice with the goal. And then they kill a penalty in the dying seconds of the third period into overtime. Of course, tough for the Guelph Gryphons, a team that proved to be a formidable opponent against the Stingers team, as we expected, the OUA champions. Coming in with just impressive stats, great goaltending by both sides. What a game.
You're absolutely right, Daniela. What a game of back and forth hockey. The goaltenders in this game, I think we have to talk about the goaltending. Martina Fidel, an amazing game of goaltending. Jordan Verbeek, she looked so calm, cool, and collective. But I think what was the difference maker and what could be the difference maker for Concordia in this game is they're able to come up with such a crucial penalty kill in such a crucial time of the game. And then you could just see it created that momentum, it created that belief in this team. And here we go, we look at it. Zoe Thibault is able to get the puck to the net. Jessie Drapeau is able to fight in front of the net and create that rebound scoring chance for none other than Amélie Lucier, who's able to put this puck in the back of the net to win it for the Concordia Stingers in this semifinal game.
We saw their head coach, Julie Chu, This is now the program's fourth appearance in the U Sports final since Chu took that head coaching role over in 2016-17. They won a bronze as well, 1 silver, 2 championships under her watchful eye, looking to make it 3.
The player of the game from the Guelph Gryphons. Attaquant forward number 6, Maeve Sutherland Case.
These are the Nike players of the game, and rightly so. Sutherland Case, of course, getting that lone goal, but more than that, being everywhere on the ice. Some high danger chances, could have put it away in overtime, and had 7 shots on goal in the semifinal.
Days Stingers, the Nike team player of the game from Concordia. With that overtime winner, attaquant forward number 14, Emily Lucier.
What more can you say? 3 points now in the tournament. First goal, she had 2 assists on Drapeau's goals in the quarterfinal. So impressive with what she's been able to do, and she'll be back again with the Stingers, but now she'll get to play with the likes of Drapeau, who will be graduating in a gold medal final. Again, that game tomorrow, Sunday, at 3 p.m. Eastern. The crowd showing their love for Concordia. Meanwhile, Guelph Gryphons, what an impressive appearance here, and just the 4th time they've ever reached the medal round. And they will now play for bronze, that game at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Information on the championship is usports.ca. And follow along on social media as well at usports.ca. Thank you for supporting the 2026.
And like you said, what a game by Guelph Gryphons. They really laid it all out on the line today. They did everything that they could to put themselves in a position to win and play in that gold medal game. But like I said, I think it was, that penalty kill that gave Concordia that momentum in that overtime, and then just hounding the puck around the net. Emily Lucier is able to put that rebound in order to give them that overtime winning goal.
And it was the Gryphons who came in with a shutout win in the quarters, and so 2 goals here, their first 2 goals allowed. It just goes to show you the strength of women's hockey at the university level in Canada. So impressive. A 3rd game in this tournament that has needed extra time, but the first to be decided in that 4-on-4 10-minute period. The first OT game winner scored by Emily Lucier here in Elmira, Ontario. Happy smiles. It's so much easier to have a quick turnaround for a game when you know you're definitely taking home a medal and you want it to be another national title for your program.
You can definitely just see the passion on that team. And again, we'll take a look at this goal. Zoe Thibault, she's doing a good job. She sees Jessie Mode in front of the net, and they're just battling. And Guelph does a good job of trying to be in the house, but Emily Lucier just ends up getting by these defenders. And you can see Concordia actually has 3 forwards on the ice in this 4-on-4 hockey, which is done for a reason. They need to score a goal in order to win this game, and that's exactly what this first line does.
And Jordan Verbeek made 32 saves, but it is all down to the goal scorer, who is with Carissa Dunk.
Emily, you're going to the finals. How does it feel?
Honestly, it's a good feeling. I think we're going to enjoy tonight and prepare for tomorrow and just living the experience to go to the final.
I mean, we all saw the goal, but what was going through your mind in that moment?
Honestly, I just saw the open net. I didn't really think. I just shoot the puck in the net, and honestly, I'm very happy that it went in, and it was a great team effort all game long, and we've been waiting for that goal.
When we talk about the team effort, we talk about somebody like Emily Lavoie making that, crucial block at the end of the game there when Guelph was on the power play. Talk to me a little bit more about some of the perhaps unsung players on your team.
Honestly, Emily Lavoie is a great player for us, a great leader, and just showing her leadership, blocking that shot. We all know that blocking shot, it's gonna hurt at the end of the day, but we've been practicing those blocks, and honestly, that was a big moment for us and gave us this energy for the rest of this overtime.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have fun with your teammates.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What a great reaction. I mean, you just scored the overtime game winner to make sure that your team can play for another national title. And of course, the Concordia fans, sure they had to travel, but there they are in their bee costumes. Bees, right? Yes.
Stingers.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Stingers, yes, yeah. Really impressive stuff, of course, from Concordia. I remember seeing so many bee costumes when they were in Montreal, but they were playing in their rivals bar in the Carabin back in 23, and that was when the last time they played in a championship final and they didn't win. A game that was so close that went to overtime, but they followed it up with a win in 24. They did not medal last year. They know they'll definitely improve upon that. But Hannah Button, overall, your thoughts on this game that was so close, and just look at the sheer will it seemed for Concordia to win this.
Yeah, and you can see it in Emily's face, and she's just so happy and proud of the win that they were able to pull through. And they're going to be playing the winner of the next semifinal against the Carabins, who they know. They've seen them before. They've played against them before. And the winner of that between Montreal versus University of New Brunswick. But you can just see this game today. It was back and forth. There was so much passion. There was block shots. There was shots on nets. There was goaltenders that were standing on their head. And Concordia was just the team that was able to find a way to get it done in the overtime.
Yeah, that second semifinal coming up soon, 7 p.m. Eastern, so stay with us. On behalf of Hannah Button, I'm Daniela Ponticelli. This is the 2026 Miller Waste Systems U Sports Women's Hockey Championship. Guelph falling to Concordia 2-1 in overtime. Emily Lucier with the goal to send her team to that gold medal final. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
U Sports on CBC, presented by L'U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, Fox 40, Theraburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, BioSteel, and by Miller Waste Systems.